Hey everybody, welcome back to Art a la Carte. Maybe you can relate. We look at other artists and we think to ourselves, why can't I create art like that? We compare and judge our artwork, and it tends to lead to frustration. So badly wanting to be able to create that kind of art when we're maybe struggling with just some basic fundamentals in art. In this video, I want to share some encouragement on this, plus give you a few tips to help you reach your personal art goals. I often refer to our own personal art as an art journey, a process, but there is something you need to know about that, and that is there is no finite scale of art, no one single road of an art journey. Depending on where you want your art to take you, your journey is going to be different. If you're wanting to pursue fine art or comics, you want to do impressionism or modern art, each of those journeys are going to look vastly different. So when you compare one artist's journey to another, it can be hard to say, well, that's how my journey is going to be. For this video, I'm going to use an examples of my art journey, but go ahead and replace any visuals that you see with what would be more on your own personal journey, whether it's painting or sculpting or drawing or whatever it is you're creating. A quick side note, I love playing video games. And a lot of times the games that I play, when you start off, your character's super weak. And as you progress the game, you'll unlock new abilities that you weren't able to do before. And by the time you get to the end level, you are so powerful that the bad guys that attacked you at the beginning of the game are just not even worth your time fighting because they're so easy. So if thinking of your art journey as leveling up helps, go for it. The first level is probably one that almost every single artist at one point has been or is in right now. And that is what I call representational art. Meaning that instead of drawing something accurately, we are taking an object or a shape and using that to represent whatever it is we're drawing. In this case, some cats. This whole video is going to be me drawing cats of some sort. It doesn't matter if it's a circle shape or an oval shape or kind of a dough ball shape. That represents the cat's face. Triangle shapes for the ears, and maybe some small details for the face, dots for eyes, whiskers, things like that. A very common representational art would be the stick figure. Obviously, there's not too many of us that look exactly like a stick figure, but it's universal. When we see a stick figure, we know that is a person. The circle is the head, and depending on where the little lines are legs or arms or the body. As I talk about this, I'm not trying to discredit this level. The things that you learn in this level will be things that you will use in future levels. So if you feel that you are on level 1 and just getting the knack of how to draw a stick figure or a stick cat, it's similar to how important it is to learn your ABCs before you learn to read. But let us level up to number 2. I call this level the adding of variety. At this point, you understand that you can use basic shapes like circles, squares, triangles, rectangles, ovals to create whatever you're drawing. But now you're starting to notice where you can add extra things. Maybe it's a bow in the hair of your character you're drawing, or maybe it's giving somebody fingernails, or grass on the ground and flowers. Maybe you're putting apples in your tree. Like with this drawing of a cat, we're adding some fur marks. We're adding pupils into the eyes. We're maybe giving a little bit more detail to the ears. It's a super important level. I'm taking a brave step to go outside of just the basic shapes. I'm adding a little bit of my own personality. And this links you right in to level number 3, the discovery of your first style. This is a fun level. This is where your art goes from being just kind of a basic drawing into something that has characteristic and can be uniquely yours. Now, when I say can, that's because oftentimes when we reach this stage, we are inspired by some other artist or art style, and our art can tend to mimic this. We often call it our phases that we go through. For me, it was the Disney phase. I wanted to draw nothing but Disney princesses and just the Disney princesses. And this is also a stage that can be dangerous for us as an artist, because this is a comfortable place to be. This is the point where people begin to take notice of our art and go, whoa, this person's really good at drawing. Look at their drawing. The danger with this is we tend to want to stay at this level. Our art is starting to get good. It's starting to be its own unique thing. It's getting to be maybe the style that we enjoy drawing. And for a lot of artists, we stay there. And if this is where you really want your art to stay, that's not a bad thing. This is a great place to be. Art should be about what is fun for you to create. But don't limit yourself to stay at this level only, because from here on, there's an infinite amount of levels ahead of you, depending on how hard you want to work on your art. So level 4 and up is what I call pushing the boundaries. This is where we take what we're comfortable with and we push it just a little bit further. Or we try something that maybe we're not comfortable with. We experiment with other art mediums, other art styles. We look at other artists that maybe create something that we normally wouldn't want to create, and we go, let me give that a try. You'll never know what you'll unlock for yourself as you begin to push the boundaries of where you're comfortable in art. You never know. You might find an art form or a style or an art level that you enjoy even more. The opportunities are endless, but achieving each of these levels takes a lot of work. Art isn't like a cookbook where you add these ingredients in and instantly you get a result of a beautiful cake. For some of us, we can practice at something and really get it fast and advance through these levels at supersonic speeds. And for others, it can take a lot of frustrating work, and we can feel like we're plateauing at a certain level. We're just not getting to that next level. We're not moving forward. We're just stuck. The biggest encouragement that I can give you is to not give up, to keep practicing. If you feel like your art has plateaued and it's not improving, maybe seek out some advice or constructive criticism from other artists that can kind of give you some areas in where you can improve your art. Or try out some different types of art. Change things up. If you have been into pencil sketching for this entire time and have never moved beyond that, try adding some color. Try watercolor, markers, acrylic paint, even those art mediums that you don't like. Every once in a while, go back and revisit it. You might change your mind. I personally do not like to paint in oil, but as you guys have seen in previous videos, every once in a while, I'll give it another shot. And every time I create, I enjoy it. It's not something that I want to pursue, but I'm learning to appreciate different types of art. This video came about in response to a question that I had received in the comments of one of my videos. I thought it would be fun to turn this question into a video. So if you have any art questions that you'd like to ask, make sure to leave those in the comment section below. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, God bless you guys. Keep drawing, creating, never give up, and we'll see you in the next art video. Bye-bye.